Walakal Ayash.
Ayash. The word Ayash is a Hebrew word meaning man, meaning a physical man. Doesn't mean nation. So this deceptive demon, Nate, Satan, that proves that he sold, we believe he sold out. And we damn sure know the evidence is overwhelming that, what's his new name? General Gonorrhea, the evidence is overwhelming that he sold out. And we got more information on this guy. We even know the group that actually went to him and gave him that money. We got all kind of aces in the hole for this nigga, for this fucking sellout. He's got so shook by GMS that the last Monday show he didn't take no calls. He went from taking calls all throughout the show to taking calls in the last 7 minutes to not taking. Why would you do that, man? And then you always act like you looking forward to hear from GMS. Yeah. Let me say something to you brothers. You brothers that like, blowing up his phone, keep blowing up his phone if he accepts calls. And hope he don't hang up on you like he did with Rakai Yala. Because there was, when you see the tape that Rakai Yala and the brother from Texas did last week, there was a point where Rakai Yala called him and he kind of put the thing down, then he hung up on him, then he called him back, and then what's his name, General Gonorrhea, he said, we're gonna move on. Oh, why you gonna move on? Why you gonna move on? So if you're stupid enough to open up your phone calls on your radio show, you already know what you're gonna get. And you know what these brothers are doing? These dedicated brothers are doing all week. They're going in the scriptures. They're lining up all the scriptures. And then that Monday night, they're going to lay them scriptures on you, man. Okay, they're going to ask you a question, and you're already going to be nervous because you don't know what they're going to ask, and then you're going to just make up shit. You're going to pull something out the side of your ass. So stay on this guy until he no longer takes phone calls or until he does away with that radio show. Which is what he's probably going to do. You've been totally exposed, man. And the stupid thing about it is this. You had so much pride, you had nerve enough to try to come against the men of the Lord, which you are not. And in one of your videos, which I couldn't find it because you put up a video for 2 hours, I'm not going to sit there for 2 hours and listen to your rhetoric, man. Get a fucking headache listening to your rhetoric. But you said big up to the elders of old. Now, if I can find it, I'm going to bring that up. Now, why would you big up the elders of old? All the elders of old went back into the world. Why would you make friends of the ones that are enemies of the Lord? Because you're enemy of the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now let's go back to that. Now we're going to go back to the verse with the mark in the Hebrew. Let's read in the English, and then we're going to read it in the Hebrew. And then we're going to go to the Hebrew English dictionary, all right? You got it on the ready? All right, go ahead.
Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Now we looked up the word mark. We looked up the word mark in the Hebrew, in the New Testament. Now in the English, the word there is charagma, which means implanted, inserted, a thing that's inserted. Something that you dig into. To put something in. Go ahead.
And I mean, that was in the Greek.
I'm sorry, the Greek.
It says kabun kawarium. That was a two word.
Kawarium. Now we looked up the word kawarium. It's from the word kawar, and the yum makes it plural. So whatever it is, you put an S at it. Or S behind it. Go ahead.
This is in the Ben Yehudi. On the Hebrew side, the word chawar is a hole or cave.
Hole or cave. And they said what? They're going to put it in your right hand or in your forehead. But the way they're going to do it is they're going to have to put a hole or a cave in your right hand or in your forehead. So how in the hell can you get Christianity or an embargo out of that word? What's the Hebrew word? Chawarium, which means hole or holes or cave or caves. Now you can't put a cave, like you dig into a mountain and that becomes a cave. You can't take your hand and build a cave in your hand. A cave is like in your teeth. You get cavities, right? The word cavity means cave. There's a hole in your tooth. That's why you get toothaches. So they're going to put a hole in your hand to put something in there. And what are they going to put in there? That chip.
Yeah, we found out that the word karagma is from the root word karax, which means steak.
Right, a steak is something that you, like if you want to put up a tent, you put a stake in the ground. Yeah. And basically when you put a stake in the ground, you're making a hole in the ground or a cave in the ground. All right, go ahead. Okay, that was it? Okay. All right, go ahead. Yeah, read it again.
This is chawarium, and the word chawarium means chawar, hole or cave, which is the plural of that word.
Yeah, and we found out something else. Now, I'm going to let you brothers do it in your leisure. Get me Revelation 17 and 5. And read that.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great.
That's the her is talking about America, Babylon. Go ahead.
Mystery, Babylon the Great.
You notice it said mystery because nobody knows who this woman is. Go ahead.
Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
Yeah, that's America, and that's what she's doing. She went over there and burnt up a bunch of Qurans, and them Afghans are going crazy, man. They're going crazy. They're going crazy over there, man, because of what you did. Okay, now when you go to the Hebrew and you read that in the Hebrew. Revelation, the 17th chapter, and the 5th verse, and you take Hebrew characters also have a numeric value. When you add these Hebrew characters up, like for example, Ah is 1, Ba is 2, and so forth and so on. Then when you get to, what is it, Abba, Gada, Hawa, Zakataya, Ya is 10. So I think if you say Yah, Ah, that would be 11. So that's how you get the numeric value of the Hebrew, whether it's ancient Hebrew or Assyrian Hebrew. Now when you add all these up, and you did it, a show on that, if you got it, you can just put it up, or you can just do it again. It don't take that long to do. It adds up a Mystery Babylon,